Welcome back everyone to the Working Class Revolt, and today I want to share with you a clip of Paul Nowak, who is the General Secretary of the TUC, which is the Trade Union Congress, and he's talking at the National Conference to his members, and instead of talking about the government and its attack on pensioners, or talking about workers' rights, or maybe something like how carers are paid just over minimum wage, he instead goes on the attack of, I bet you can guess it, Nigrl Farage. Please take a look at this clip.
Congress, goodbye and good riddance to every single one of them. I don't believe for one moment that most of those who voted reform at the last election are racist. But let me say this clearly and unequivocally. Nigrl Farage isn't a friend of the working class. He's a fraud. A public school educated, private equity loving, NHS privatising, Putin apologist fraud.
And there we see the very well practiced clip. And if you didn't know better, you'd actually feel that the man feels this way. You'd believe he's a good man to the left of politics. He's trying to warn the working class people like you and me who are too stupid to understand that Farage is no friend of ours. And it even turns his stomach sick when he hears him talk about Putin. Well, the truth is, it's a very good show, isn't it? The truth is, with the left, they don't like Nigrl Farage because they can see swathes and swathes of working class men and women and people even of ethnic minorities turning to Nigrl Farage and the Reform Party. And the reason is simple. For many, many years, we have seen that the two big parties never have our best interest. Over the last 100 years, they've switched left to right. Sometimes we have a Conservative government, sometimes we have a Labour government, and nothing ever changes. Whenever one side gets in, it doesn't stop what the other side do. It carries it on further and further. I'll never forget when Tony Blair was asked, do you speak to Margaret Thatcher? He said, yes, I ring her up quite often for advice. My job wasn't to change what she'd done, but to carry it on. And he was, for once, Tony Blair was telling the truth. These are what the two parties do. And I think with mainstream media, the working class of the country are waking up to the Labour Party. We see that the Labour Party does not represent us. Now, do we think Nigrl Farage is perfect, or the Reform Party? Do we agree with every policy? You'll never agree with every policy of a political party. But when many people hear Nigrl Farage talk, he makes far more sense than Labour or Conservatives. And that's why many more of us are voting for Farage and the Reform Party. And it's not even just Reform. Richard Tice, Lee Anderson, the new chairman that they've just got, who was the former donor, his name doesn't come to my mind at the moment. They're all well-talking, straight talkers who seem to make sense. So it's very funny seeing how angry the unions get. And if the unions really want to do their job and look after their workers, why don't they challenge the government instead of keep defending and supporting and even funding Labour MPs? But please let me know what you thought. What did you think seeing the TUC leader talking about Nigrl Farage like this? Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.